Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. It's Agu here. Today we're going to be doing a game guide for a great game that I've been playing recently called Come Deliverance 1. The second one is right now in contention for Game of the Year, so I decided to start playing the series. I'm really enjoying it so far. One of the tricky things about it though is the combat system, and it's not just me. I've seen people online say it, friends in real life say it. Everybody has issues with the combat system at the start. Now some people keep pushing through and they love the combat, but some people don't want to play a complicated combat system. They think it's very complicated. They say, screw it, I don't want to play it. But this game guide here is hopefully going to help you push past the complications of the combat system and truly really enjoy it. And this game guide will make it faster for you, so you don't have to like struggle and struggle and struggle like I did in order to get good at the combat system. After this game guide, you will be able to play the system, to play the combat system in a very effective way, and you'll have fun with it. That's the most important thing, because after all, games are there to have fun. So I have a few tips that will help y'all really get good at this combat system. I have 4 that I've managed to narrow it down to, and I think these 4 will absolutely take your game to the next level. So let's get started. Tip number 1 is Bernard is love, Bernard is life. Now, who is Bernard? Bernard is your combat trainer who is assigned to you during the main quest. So practicing with Bernard is very, very helpful, not just because it teaches you how to get better, but it also improves Henry's stats. So now combat will become easier as your stats become better. Your strength, your agility, your sword or your axe or mace, whatever weapon you enjoy using, you will become better at it. So my favorite is the sword, and I practice a lot with that. A lot of sword play with Bernard, and that has really helped me get better at it, and also made my Henry much faster and hit harder with the sword. So it's really enjoyable. So absolutely practice with Bernard. Use wooden weapons. Do not use real weapons until you are proficient with the weapon, until you're very comfortable with it and you've learned the master stroke. I will get to the master stroke again. You learn combos and defense and master stroke through Bernard. So Bernard is the key to getting good at combat. You cannot get good at combat without practicing with Bernard. So yes, that's the number 1 tip. Tip number 1, practice with Bernard. Now, tip number 2 is equipment, because equipment is about 50%, I would say, of combat. It is extremely important that you maintain your equipment. You can do this by buying armor kits and blacksmith kits and all that, and weaponsmith kits from blacksmiths, weaponsmiths, and armorsmiths. They'll have it on sale. You can go and buy it, and remember, haggle for everything so that you don't end up paying full price. You can always haggle it down a bit, especially if your speech skill is good. You can haggle it down quite a bit. So yes, don't forget to do that, because money is very important. That's how you buy all these kits. And another thing is the quality of the equipment itself. You can loot opponents, and you can also buy it from the stores. I would say you loot your opponents and you move the equipment to your horse, and then move it back to yourself when you want to sell it, and then you can make a lot of money that way, and then use that money to buy very good equipment. I have bought a really good sword just recently, and it's really helped my combat become more fun and more easy. So equipment really does make a huge difference in this game. So absolutely maintain your equipment, and also loot consistently and sell the equipment, and use that money to buy some high quality equipment. That's what I would absolutely recommend. And number 3 is, again, related to Bernard, which is the master stroke is the foundation. So the master stroke is different from the other moves, like a riposte is like you countering someone, and then there's the blocking and all that. But master stroke is where you block and counter at the same time, and it is really good. Once you learn this, you can use the real weapons and practice with Bernard, because now you can actually beat him in a fight, which I have. And it is really good. Again, this is related to tip number 1, but it is extremely important. Without master stroke, you can't do combos. You can't really attack someone without being countered. You will be countered, and you can't actually block and hit someone at the same time. You can either only block or counter. You can't block and counter. And master stroke allows you to do that, and it is really important that you learn this. And again, this is where the practicing with Bernard comes in. And once you can beat Bernard, once you can prove to Bernard that you're good enough, he will teach you this. And don't worry, it's not too difficult. I managed to do it on my first try, so you don't have to stress about that. So once you learn the master stroke, yeah, combat really starts becoming more fluid and more enjoyable. In fact, I think master stroke is a bit overpowered in this game, and I think that combos are underpowered, but I heard that in the second game that they've balanced it better. I'll see when I play the game. And now Another bane of our existence is fighting multiple opponents. So this is where tip number 4 comes into play, which is move in a circle. When you're fighting one opponent, you can move backwards if you want. It doesn't really matter. Even if you're fighting 2 opponents, I'd say you can maybe do that, yes. But if you're fighting 2 or more, like 3 opponents, 3 or more, then you're going to be in trouble. Because if you keep trying to move backwards, what happens is people will flank you. People come behind you and hit you, right, when you move into them. And then you're stunned and you're taking a lot of damage and you can't defend yourself. So that's why you move in a circle, so that you keep everyone in front of you. You don't want anyone behind you or beside you. You want them in front of you so that you can always keep an eye on them. You can see which person's going to attack, and then you can like master stroke the person attacking you, right? And you can stun them or hurt them. And as you can see in this clip, I'm pretty overpowered against these bandits, so that's why it's working well. But I'm taking very little damage, and I'm able to take them out quickly. And moving in a circle has helped me a lot when it comes to fighting multiple opponents. And another thing you can always do is get on your horse and run around and kind of stretch your opponents. Where what I mean by that is that they'll start chasing you. So the lightly armored ones will run ahead, while the heavily armored ones will be stuck behind. And then you can turn around and hit them if you want to do mounted combat, or you can just get off your horse and whack them quickly before the heavier armor opponents get there. You can kill the light armor opponents, and now you've just reduced the amount of people you have to fight. So there are tactics you can use to get around fighting multiple opponents, because it can be annoying, because they'll just like someone will try to attack you while everyone else just bum rushes you. It is it can be overwhelming. I found it overwhelming at first, but this is a technique that's really helped me manage it. Okay, that's it for this video. Hopefully this has helped you. This will help you get good at the combat and master it and have fun with it, which is the most important thing, because I still believe that I have a lot to learn when it comes to this combat system, but these are a few things that have made it fun for me. So yeah, hopefully this has helped you. See you guys in the next game guide.